Hello and welcome to the Philippines. We are headed for Tuble Marine Sanctuary in the Moalboal area, and this is where we decided to turn off actually. We were headed off the main road, down a secondary road, I guess you would call it, and we found this sign for a marine sanctuary, Tuble, I believe, Marine Sanctuary. Decided to check it out. Interesting in the Philippines because once you get off the main roads, many of these roads can lead you to some very interesting places. I would suggest that you check with the locals first in some parts of the Philippines because you may have some areas that are riskier than others to travel. This is Moalboal, very popular tourist destination for foreigners, expats, tourists, as well as Filipinos. And the Philippines has many marine sanctuaries, and I think the plan is to add more marine sanctuaries. And anyway, interesting trip back in here. There's some kids down in here that we'll have a brief encounter with. There's a number of signs along here, lot for sale. So there is real estate available down here. My friend that lives in Cebu City has a car, and he and his wife and me and my partner took this trip a couple days. I've put up a couple videos already of our resort, walking around, the present situation. There are a few, if any, tourists. There are a few locals on the weekends, especially. You'll get some locals coming down and using the various beaches, but pretty bare. We were pretty much the only tourists in town. Well, that's an exaggeration, but we didn't see any others, put it that way. We did come across a few foreigners that live here in Moalboal. And the road gets narrower and narrower, and one trick is if you have a four-wheel vehicle is could be getting turned around some point in time. You might have to back out of a place like this. If you've got a motorbike, not quite so difficult, but it is can be a little bit of a rough ride in places. I've been up some mountains looking for waterfalls. Moalboal is about a 3-hour drive from Cebu City, and you can take a bus for somewhere between 100 and 200 pesos, $102 to $4 for the trip. And anyway, those dark clouds over there looked ominous. We thought we were going to get pretty good rain, and they got darker and darker and darker. We ended up with a pretty nice lightning show that evening back at the resort. But may have gotten a few sprinkles, but that was about it. All the rain went around us. So we're going to make a stop here at the marine sanctuary. Then we're going to head back, and I'll include a trip, the driving back on the main road back to the market area, and then we'll stop at the market area. Got a number of other videos to do. I've done visited a few of the resorts, very few resorts that were open. Looked at some of the rooms, what's available, the type of amenities. So we will go there after we take a quick look around here. Now the tide is out, so these boats are sitting very high, and I was surprised how high they were sitting, waiting for the tide to come back in, then they can go out and do their fishing.
high does the tide come in? Yeah, they must be able to launch those boats off. When the tide's high.
Yeah. Yeah, it does the
Big boats.
does the tide come this high?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In the morning.
Wow. Hello. What's over there? Were you swimming or looking for food? Fish?
Looking for water.
Oh.
You're looking the wrong way. Turn around. Go back, young man. Is there lots of fish out there?
Maybe in the over there.
Over that way.
That was a funny and interesting encounter with the kids there. They were laughing as they walked back down that narrow trail, and we come along beside them a little bit later, and they were still laughing about looking for water. We're looking for water. Anyway, we all got a good kick out of that. And you never know when you go down these trails. You never know what you're going to find, whether it's going to be developed or undeveloped, whether it's going to be a fishing boat area, fishing village type area, like we had there. Whether there is an entrance fee. I've had that happen one place, I think over on Bohol, a marine sanctuary type place. Had to pay a very small fee. Occasionally, when you're out on a main road traveling, you might see you might get stopped for maybe a 20 peso or 40 peso and what they call environmental fee. In fact, when we came into Moalboal, first thing we had to do was stop at the city town hall, whatever they call it here, and get our tourist or what they call a environmental fee, 20 pesos a piece, about 40 US cents a piece, and we had to show that when we checked into our hotel. As far as checkpoints, we were traveling during a more restrictive area. They had restrictive time in Cebu as well as different parts of the Philippines. There were a number of checkpoints, checkpoints ahead. There would be a little thing set up on the side of the road. They're looking for, I think, mostly people past curfew time. We were only stopped once, asked to see our environmental fee sticker as we were headed into the main part of Moalboal, and absolutely no issues. Everybody was friendly. And that's the way it should be. Now here, September 12th, when I'm making this video, we were there about a week ago. A lot of the areas have loosened up a little bit, gone back to general community quarantine where more businesses can open. Read an article this morning, the police force in the Philippines, the Cebu City area, still recommends keeping the alcohol ban on. So all the bars and restaurants that sell alcohol cannot sell alcohol. So all the bars are closed. So all those people are unemployed still. Restaurants that serve alcohol, many of their customers will come to have a meal and a beer, a meal and some wine, something. So that they are not getting those customers. So anyway, we're getting close to the market down here, and surprisingly, we got avocados down here and a couple other things for much less than what you can get even at Carbone Market, the big market downtown Cebu City. And they were good. We bought a bunch of them, bought a few other things. So as you travel, get into the different provinces, different towns, depends on the season. Some of the stuff is seasonal, a lot of it is. In fact, there's a time when avocados are very difficult to find. Anyway, prices go up, prices go down, supply and demand, and other factors involve transportation. Anyway, got other videos I'll put up soon. Thanks for coming along. Pretty good sized market here in Moalboal. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.